Hey guys, John here. Welcome back to the series, How to Use Harmless. This is video 7, and today we're talking about the resonance. So let's load up a default patch here, bring our frequency cutoff all the way to the top, and alt-click this amount knob. Bring our volume down just a little bit here. So this resonance, so the more we increase this resonance, it's going to boost the frequencies at the cutoff filter. So with it off, and as we bring it up, you can see a little boost right here. So let's get an LFO to kind of move things around for demonstration, speed it up just a little bit. That's maybe a little too fast. So now we can see this very sharp defined line where the resonance is. And we also have a lot of different shapes, which we're going to be going through in just a little bit. But that's basically what the resonance does in a nutshell. The cool part with this synth, though, is that on the offset, we can actually change where that resonance is. Because generally on a cutoff in a resonance, the resonance is tied to that cutoff frequency. Now we can move it. And as you can see down here, we moved it much further down where the cutoff actually is up here. Now let's bring our cutoff kind of down here a little bit. And you might be wondering, what if we go the other way, which we can? Now if we go past it, it kind of doesn't really make sense because we're already cutting off those frequencies. That's where this other knob comes in and creates a self-oscillation. And you can tell it's very defined. So with this offset all the way to the top and this oscillator pretty annoyingly loud, we can kind of tell that the resonance is past where the cutoff frequency is, so it's creating additional harmonics. So let's default these back to normal, and now we have a couple of extra toggles here. So now we have motion T, so which is motion tracking. So when we turn this on, this self-oscillation noise is basically only going to happen if there's motion within the filter. So we can see it here because we have this LFO moving the cutoffs. If we turn the LFO off, then there's going to be none of that self-oscillation. But the second we turn this on, now the oscillation comes back. So that's what this motion T does in a nutshell. So we turn this off. Let's put some of our stuff back to default here. Let's have our motion going here. So now we have adaptive. So this is going to be linked to the resonance here, and it's going to change the resonance based upon the cutoff frequency. So to make this kind of annoyingly loud, let's have this off at first. So this is what it's doing without the adaptive. Now with the adaptive, so basically there's got to be some type of formula that changes how strong this resonance is based upon where the cutoff frequency is. And as before, this oct and hertz toggle here, definitely set by ear, actually according to the manual is what they suggest, but with each different shape, you kind of maybe want to play with this and toggle it to see if you like it a little bit better. Subtle changes for this one, but different shapes will respond a little bit differently, so definitely use your ears to your liking for that one. So we have a lot of cool shapes here. So this is the classic, what we've been listening to the whole time. Next up, we're going to have spring. And I'm going to crank this resonance knob up quite a bit so we can really see it. And the difference, back to classic. Now we're going to go to, let's go back to her octave here for default. This one's actually very interesting. Sledge hat. Let's bring our cutoff or our LFO down a little bit. And based upon these names, we can kind of tell how they named them based upon what they look like. Next, we have wide bump, which is much wider than the sledge hat. Where are we at? And then now we have double cone, which is kind of cool because it's almost like a phaser a little bit. Then we have the well, which looks like it's more so removing stuff. Now we have wormhole. This one's actually really cool. And then one of my personal favorites, noise. You can make some very cool sound effects with this one specifically. Then we dial our cutoff down. Add a little reverb to that. Maybe some delay on ping pong. So you can make some really cool sound effects just with the resonance and a little bit of a cutoff filter frequency there. So that's a resonance in a nutshell. So let's check out the next video, and we're going to be talking about the filter envelope. So this thing we've kind of ignored for a little while. So we'll see you in the next video.